they have a combination of individual, whole class, and small group activities. Right? The individual tasks are self-study of online materials. Something's happened to the format of my PowerPoint here, but that's what it should say there. They also do reading comprehension exercises. These are individual, right? And they do them on their own. Now, in terms of full class activities, there are forum discussions for these. I've got 5 minutes. Thank you very much. Forum discussions where they are encouraged to, they post their opinions, their comments about various issues, and they must interact with other members of the class. Langlog recordings, this is the audio-video conferencing platform, the audio-video blog that they use. They post their recordings, and they must interact with the other students on this as well. For small group, they form small groups out of the classroom. They use the wiki for that, and they use Skype for the group speaking, as I said before. Right? This is the sequence here. These boxes here, which are supposed to be check marks, indicate what types of activities are done for the various phases of the course. We always start off with a warm-up activity. Right? In the warm-up activity, students participate or they interact with one another in the forum discussion, and they also use the Langlog for the recordings. Right? For CA1, the Continuous Assessment Activity 1, they do this as a whole class again. It says CA1 plus group, but that should say plus group formation. Right? In this activity, they work as a whole class, not in their groups. And then at the end of it, as they have become familiar with the other members of the class, they form groups with 2 or 3 other people for the rest of the course. Right? And in CA2, CA3, and CA4, that's when they have to coordinate with other members of the classroom or in their small groups to do group writings and group speakings as well. Okay? We don't throw off the deep end into small group work until we get to the second activity, until the students have become fairly familiar with one another. They've become acquainted with one another in the classroom. Okay? All right, the teacher's role is crucial in fostering the interaction and fostering the community, the sense of community within the course. They guide the students through the learning activities, they encourage participation, they moderate the whole class activities in the forum or in the Langlog. They're required to show frequent presence in the virtual classroom. Teachers are required to be in the classroom once every 48 hours. They are required to manage the group work activities. That takes up a lot of their time. They also assess the students' work and provide the learners with feedback. All right? Now, what is the volume of the participation of the students? As you can see, thank you very much. As you can see, there's quite a bit of posts, quite a bit of activity in our classrooms. These data are from 16 classrooms from last term that were looked at, and we looked at the total number of posts in the forum and total number of posts in the Langlog. Right? The average number of posts was almost 1,000 in the forum per classroom, and 468 for the Langlog. This gives you an indication of how much interaction is going on in the classrooms. Now let me jump ahead here. Students' opinion of group work. So what do they think about this? The majority agrees that they enjoyed working in groups, right, based on the feedback that we have received from them. About 63% of the students said that they enjoyed the group work. However, almost 17 said were indifferent about the group work, and about 18% they were not happy with having to do group work. Okay? Let me just jump up ahead here and go over, based on our experience, the key factors that we have determined in creating online communities. Right? These have to do with course design, task design, and as part of task design, one of the keys we have found in getting students to participate and to interact with one another is to require students or to assess students' participation in these various online activities. All of our online activities, except for the self-study of the online materials, is assessed, right? And therefore, students do participate quite a bit because they're doing it for a grade. Key also is teacher training, learner training, telling the students why they are doing certain things, why they are interacting with one another. Feedback on the course and task design to both teachers and learners is key in improving what we're doing with our tasks online. And a very key element also is educating university administration about the specific needs of language learners. We've found this to be very, very important. At our university, which is based on a mostly asynchronous model and mostly a written model of discussion forums, and that's about it in the other courses, we have had to argue the case that we need audio, we need video, we need an element of synchronicity in our courses because our students are learning languages, and language learning is different from many of the other subject areas at the university. Also key is the selection of online tools. In our experience, based on the fact that we have a big volume of students, one of the key issues is integrating our online tools in our virtual campus. When we have students go outside, it causes problems because they have to remember a different username and a password. They have to download the software. This is a current situation with our interactive speaking activities on Skype. They have to use outside programs. We're working on this. Time out? Okay, just let me say one more minute to just give you some information about the Speak Apps project. My colleague, Christine Appel, is working to solve part of the problem that we have with the speaking, which is not having tools which are integrated in our LMS. Right? The Speak Apps project is funded by the European Commission, and this project aims to provide an audio-video log to the outside world, a video chat facility for small groups to do speaking activities online, and a tandem tool, which is a content managing tool in order to provide students with speaking activities on their screen that they can do with one another autonomously without the teacher present in the video chat platform. Right? All of this will be available in the Speak Apps platform, which will include activities and these tools for people to be able to use. And if you're interested in this, the website is here at the top of the page. Right? Thank you very much. I know I've gone a little bit over time. Thank you for your attention. And if you have any questions, I'll be around later to take them. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Joe. And because we're running a bit late, I mean, you can keep all your questions for the end. Okay, great. So let's go on. And so we're going with me. And j'ai fait mes diapositives en anglais, comme ça je vais pouvoir parler en français. Joe, you have to close your presentation so that you can see the next presentations. You've done it? You just did it. You're good. Okay.
I did. Okay.
Moi, je vais vous parler d'un projet qu'on a développé depuis maintenant à Middlebury College. Je suis maintenant à Middlebury College. J'étais avant à l'Université d'Ottawa. Middlebury College, depuis des années, depuis 1915, enseigne des cours dans différentes disciplines, mais c'était aussi un petit peu spécialisé dans les langues. Et enseignait les langues d'une façon un petit peu particulière par rapport à d'autres universités, on appelait ça un enseignement immersif, une immersion, mais une immersion très particulière, pas du tout comme au Canada. Une immersion, je ne voudrais pas dire simulée, mais à la limite c'est ça, puisque on recrée l'été sur le campus, un campus complètement en langue, où les gens ne parlent que ces langues, puisqu'il y a 10 langues enseignées à Middlebury College. Alors au départ, ça avait commencé pour des enseignants de langue, et c'était donner la possibilité à ces enseignants de langue de se remettre à niveau, au niveau de la langue, tout en passant un diplôme, une maîtrise en enseignement, etc. Et puis après, ça s'est ouvert pour énormément d'apprenants, des professionnels, des étudiants sous-gradés qui veulent apprendre les langues, etc. Et puis en 2008, on a aussi commencdonc à ouvrir des campus, parce qu'on n'est pas que sur Middlebury, mais pour les plus jeunes. Et donc pour les lycéens, donc ça va de middle school à high school, etc. Mais toujours dans le même principe d'immersion, c'est-à-dire que sur un campus, on a des classes, bien sûr, donc des classes de langue, mais aussi des classes de contenu dans la langue, mais les étudiants adultes, ou alors dans les autres campus plus enfants, font aussi plein d'activités. On amène des artistes, on amène des chanteurs, des metteurs en scène, des acteurs, des écrivains, et tous ces gens-là, en langue, travaillent avec les étudiants qui développent des tas de choses en langue. Donc ils apprennent la langue dans une classe, dans un labo, mais aussi dans toutes ces activités qui se passent. Et puis les professeurs qui viennent avec leur famille. Les professeurs ne sont pas de Middlebury. Les professeurs viennent du monde entier de cette langue et viennent avec leur famille. Donc ils viennent avec leurs époux, leurs épouses, les enfants. C'est-à-dire que les étudiants ont une interaction quotidienne avec ces gens d'une culture, d'une langue, etc. Donc tout ça fait qu'on recrée un microcosme linguistique et culturel. Donc ça c'est particulier, ça c'est fou à vivre. Moi je l'ai fait pendant des années, c'est assez exceptionnel je dois dire, mais c'est bizarre comme expérience. Mais ça marche, parce qu'après 7 semaines, des étudiants débutants partent en ayant des discussions assez profondes en langue. Enfin donc voilà. Et alors on s'est dit, comment recréer cette immersion en ligne, puisque les choses évoluent. Aux États-Unis, dans les lycées, il y a des questions budgétaires qui font que les cours de langue diminuent. Or, les parents, les enfants veulent continuer à apprendre, mais c'est moins facile parce que les budgets sont plus petits et donc les maths c'est plus important. Et donc, dans certaines écoles, la langue n'est pas prioritaire. Donc, on a décidé d'essayer de développer des cours en ligne pour permettre à certaines écoles donc de quand même offrir les langues, des langues, mais à partir de ces cours en ligne. Mais comme Middlebury a sa réputation d'immersion, il fallait garder cette approche. Donc le gros problème qu'on s'est posé, mais c'est comment recréer cette immersion réelle du vécu et comment l'amener en ligne. Donc on a pris évidemment certains principes pédagogiques de l'immersion. Là je reprends le modèle de Cummins sur l'immersion canadienne, mais bon on prend. Donc focus on meaning, c'est sûr que les échanges, etc., ne se font pas uniquement par rapport à la langue structure, mais ce sont des échanges de signification. On fait des choses ensemble, on a des tâches à faire ensemble. Il y a quand même quelque part un focus on language, quand même, on s'arrête, on pose, on réfléchit, on observe la structure, etc. Et puis, évidemment, tout est basé sur l'utilisation de la langue. Et donc, à partir de ce modèle, mais aussi à partir des différents principes que l'on connaît bien en second language, second language acquisition, je suis désolée, c'est une mixture, une mixture de français et d'anglais. Mais donc, à partir de principes qui ont été bien recherchés, qui ont bien été montrés en second language acquisition, on a essayé de prendre ces principes et de voir comment les prendre, comment les amener, donc s'en servir comme une sorte de cadre théorique dans le développement des cours en ligne pour ces étudiants, ces lycéens, etc. Et aussi, puisqu'on est aux États-Unis, puisqu'on est aux États-Unis, il y a évidemment comment dire, l'alignement avec les standards nationaux d'ACTFL qui sont demandés dans les programmes de lycée aux États-Unis. Et donc, il a fallu aussi, évidemment, que l'on crée nos cours en ligne à partir de ces standards. Et donc, ce que l'on a fait, c'est que l'on a essayé de créer un environnement